Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so initially the plan was to go help T move some stuff out of the storage, but that fell through. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and meet up with T and go to Fry's house and chill. I've been over there since Thanksgiving Day, so it's time to go hang out with my buddies and see how they're doing. The weather couldn't be better. I don't recall too many days with better weather than what it is I'm feeling right now. This has to be at least 76 degrees, 75 degrees. Nice breeze. This is about as good as it gets. And yeah, I feel pretty good, man. I just want to have the kind of day that God wants me to have. You know, we ain't really thinking too much. Just gonna get out here, do some more core training. You know, trying to keep my core tight on the walk, and see what the day holds for me in regards to hanging out with some buddies, man. This is important in the sense that I haven't really had too much social time with my friends lately. Nothing at all, really. And since I ain't been feeling well, it's like this is me finally being able to kind of feel like 100% again as well. That's another thing. Body feels as good as it's felt in a little while. So, and it's funny because I was telling myself you got to get up an extra hour early so you can be where you need to be on time. I had a lot of things to do this morning, shaving and stuff like that, and you know, something told me that it's probably not gonna happen like that. Before I even got out of bed, it was like, this is a regular day as it pertains to your schedule. And hadn't even gotten a text from T telling me that was canceled. So yeah, just listening to that voice inside, feeling special about it. As it pertains to just trusting that and understanding that it is always understood what's ahead. And so just the older I get, the more I realize trusting is the right way to go. And I encourage all of you guys to trust that inner voice inside of you telling you what's right for yourself. So yeah, man, it's been good. Good morning. Of course, I get out of the room on Monday, excuse me. Today is Friday, so I still have a few days for that. It's the final day of February. Looking forward to a good March. Last year in March was memorable because I got sick. One of the worst flus of my adult life came in the end of March last year. And so, you know, I got my what do they call it? Preventative cold medication set in, ready to drink and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just to me, it feels like it could be flu season, but I'm not taking any chances this time. I'm jumping out ahead of it just in case. So yeah, man, I feel pretty good. What is the word? Just prayer, lots of prayer, appreciation. The fact of the matter is that God has brought me through a lot, and you know, as I continue to be in this situation, continuing to have things taken care of, family carrying me through financial and stuff like that. It's just you want to ask the Lord to make you a blessing to somebody else, and to put you in a position to pay it forward and to strengthen you to be available, you know, to others, and strengthen you to make decisions that will allow for your energy to be where it needs to be. And so that's what I'm saying to you guys. You know, I show a lot of appreciation, even though my version of appreciation may be a nightmare to somebody else to be in the situation I'm in. Based on what it is I'm used to, this is a good day. You know what I mean? So, and somebody else may be going through something I think is a nightmare, but it might be going well for their standards, so it's a good day. You just gotta appreciate what we got, you know, and appreciate the strength that comes with it, and use your energy to try to be a blessing to not only yourself but to others. And so that's the thought, man. Very appreciative. I think this weather definitely helps. I don't know if this would be the same conversation if it were 120 degrees or raining hard and blowing wind, but you know, I just count that as one more thing to be thankful for. And so yeah, man, I don't know if there's anything else to really comment on. Most of what it is I've been focused on has been basketball, you know, my Lakers, and you know, trying to keep up with everything that has to do with that team. And some music came out last night, but I haven't siphoned through it. I just added it to a playlist and left it alone. I don't even know if it's any good or not, so I'll be going through some of that. But if anything, I just feel good as far as my physical. Now that I've gotten that garlic potato crap out of my life, Now it's about recovering instead of continuing to ail. And so that's what it is. I start to see the beginning stages of me starting to feel like myself again. I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, my strength is in place. My new suitcase is not a suitcase. It's more like a duffel. So what that means is that my suitcase squats have to be done differently. And I think I'm getting good resistance in my legs, but not nearly as much resistance in my upper body. So that's something that I think is not so positive about switching out from a actual like box suitcase to like a bag like thing that you have to carry. But I'm gonna continue to do my squats as if it's the same thing. You know, I'm not going to stress it too much. You just gotta use what I have and trust that it's doing the job. But I felt like I got enough resistance in the legs, so you just gotta live with that. But I am gonna miss the overall carrying of the box that really helped my chest muscle over the last year and some change. So just gotta go along with that, and, with the changes, and hopefully make up for it in different areas. So yeah, man, that's really what it is, man. Just trying to get stronger, trying to get in shape over the next several months. Hopefully I'll look pretty solid by my 41st birthday if I keep on the path I'm on. And that's kind of the goal. I don't really have too many other thoughts in mind. I still have yet to do what I need to do in regards to finding a church home. Y'all, my uncle has really asked that I do that. And it's one of those situations where you want to honor what somebody's doing for you, you know what I mean? And so I want to look into the links that he sent me, but I just have yet to actually do it. And so that's really what it is. Asking the Lord to find me the right spot if that's what he wants me to do. I'm not particularly choosing this for myself, but it's not a bad thing either to have a place where you can go to for fellowship and resources and things like that. So I just trust God on that situation. A lot of things that I would otherwise rebuke or not want to do, Lord, I'm at a place where I have a much stronger relationship with God to say, this is what I would normally do, but I'm asking you to take over the circumstance. This is how I would normally feel, but I'm asking for you to make me feel better about it. So that's really what it is, man. I felt that way yesterday about something I was thinking about, and I felt myself kind of going into some natural spaces for my personality. And then I was like, you know what? Nah, I don't have to do that. I'm not confused about where that comes from. That's not something that has to be. Let me ask God to fix that for me and fix me in the process of it. Yeah, this may be somewhat unfavorable, but no, I don't have to react to it the way that I often do. I don't have to put out bad energy or be frustrated and start making it so that my attitude is bad because this is in place. I have a different relationship with God now that can provide me a different way to approach reactions, to approach reacting to things, you know what I mean? And that's the beauty of the relationship that's evolving between myself and God. Like, God, yes, this frustrates me. Will you please jump into my head to where frustrations are manifested and address it? Maybe provide me some peace, and otherwise provide me some clarity as to how best to be in this space or to approach this situation. Like, those are things I'm starting to try to evolve into as regards to being a person who tends to have things just like everyone else that frustrates them or rubs them the wrong way or makes them feel a certain way. So, I think it's training one's own mind, but also submitting yourself to God and letting Him control that training so that your positivity can be aligned with your faith, can be aligned with your best decision making, can be aligned with your best attitude. So a lot of times we might have something legitimately anger us, and we may be right, but you take that energy that comes from reacting to that, whatever it is that you write about, and all of a sudden you got an attitude, and now you're bringing that toward other people. or your energy's just a little off. So now they're not quite getting from you the warmth that ultimately you would otherwise want to put out. It may not even made you that angry, but it may put you in a space for which you were defensive. So now you're looking at people a certain ways to where you're welcoming the wrong things. And as we always say, when leading up to big moments, what mindset are we in when leading up to those big moments? When leading into traumatic circumstances or chaotic situations, what mindset are we in? And I think that notion that that's to be considered led me to this understanding. Hey, yo, we gotta make sure our energy is right in preparation for the unknown. That way, when whatever takes place, however it goes, we're in the right mindset, so that we can handle it the way that the Lord would ultimately want us to. The clarity and the peace of mind and the patience or whatever would be needed. It's not just not present, you know what I mean? So that you will have it, you know? So that's really what I want to do, is control my reactions a lot better, control my emotions a lot better, and continue to ask God for his support and helping me evolve in some other areas that maybe I'm not sure of right now. I have yet to think about right now. So yeah, man, that's what it is. That's the goal, to evolve, man. We get older, you go through a lot. Time passes after going through a lot. You learn, you think. Then, as time progresses, you continue to devise new ways of handling things that you've been through. Better if they come back around, or stuff, you know, trying to train oneself not to think that the same thing's coming around just because you've been through something, you know what I mean? So if we're always trying to better ourselves as human beings, I think we'll always feel good about who we are in the presence of other people and in the mirror. And you know, regardless how much time you have left, you'll get the most out of your time on earth, which is, at the end of the day, not forever, man. You may be going through something that feels like forever. You may be dealing with something that ain't all that favorable. But if you ask the Lord to help you control your reactions, control your emotions, control your assessment of things, utilize your time in those circumstances to the best of his ability, you will get the most out of yourself. And you'll find strength where otherwise you may not feel it is. So that's really what I gotta say, man. Everybody, get your second wind in life. That's one of the things that is most important. Man. You feel like you're too tired, and you find that extra push to keep going. You know, pray for that. Look for that. Believe you have it. You know, one of the things the Lord was saying to me is, in regards to something that I think he wants me to involve myself in or be a part of, is your faith and your belief will make it so. It's your doubt that'll ruin it. You know, once you start being negative in your mind about whatever it is, that's when it starts becoming something that's probably likely not going to happen. But as long as you're positive about it, as long as you're certain that you've come to God about it and this is what he's given you, if that is what it is, if something's meant for you, you don't have to question it. If anything, that questioning is what will ruin it. Being certain after receiving that confirmation that that confirmation is real is what's important. God doesn't have time to lie to you. He's not afraid of what happens when you find out the truth about what it is he's trying to do. If he's willing to tell you something and you've received that from him, he's telling you the truth. It's not a lie. And so that's really what I'm telling you. It's not a lie if he tells you something. A lot of us want to will ourselves toward things that we want. Sometimes the Lord will tell you, hey, I want something for you, and it will be something that you also want. And sometimes the pessimism in our world will have us thinking that something's too good to be true, after the Lord then already made it clear to us that this is something that he also too wants to do. When it comes to things like that, this is what applies. It's your doubt that will ruin it. Your certainty will allow for it to be. But once it comes to something that God has made clear that is for you, that's what it is. You know what I mean? You're going to have it. Unless you get in the way with it, away of it, by being doubtful, being pessimistic, rejecting it, or what have you. And so that's pretty much what I want to say, man. That's why I'll leave this video. I appreciate everybody watching BDF 44. I'm out.